Welcome to another episode of Fallout 4. In this episode, we are going to be traveling to Diamond City. So, I don't know too much about this game yet. Except that you can collect things and use them to modify things and stuff like that. Haven't figured it out yet. So I'm trying to avoid getting in trouble, but looking around at the same time. And I'm trying to be smart about it and take the stuff that's needed and leaving the stuff I don't need behind. So, Diamond City is far away, and I was surprised how far it was. Now, there's two ways to play this. You can bring the dog as a companion. You can bring, as far as I know, the robot as a companion. And I brought the dog as a companion, and I figured I'd stay near the streets and just explore a little bit. But I'm not sure where enemies are either, so... Normally I would go do the side quest, that's what I was going to do, but I said let's go directly to Diamond City.
Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison shielding chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Don't make me come in there and shoot up that little trading post.
And I didn't know how big this world is. Oh wow.
Hey.
Here I wasn't even sure if I'm going the right way. There's buildings everywhere, destruction. Guess it's a wasteland. And it looks like there's a bridge up ahead. I did pick up a few radio waves on the way. I didn't bother to tune into them. I think the main goal is to try and get to Diamond City, and alright, it's a long walk. So I try to sprint when I can. Then I started hearing gunfire. So I want to try and avoid getting in trouble. So along the way I stop in pretty much different places, it seems. And it marks it, I guess, on my map. But we'll probably come back to some of these places later on. I was trying to be cautious on this bridge because I don't know what's below us. We're in front of us at this point. And it seems the whole idea of this game is not to get too much spotted and get to where you gotta go. But also find useful items along the way when you can. Now this is telling me there's a mutant hound, I'm in danger and caution, and I just want to avoid any fights right now to try and get to Diamond City. Which is in here.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here, for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry.
Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. I can wait all day, Danny. Open up.
So we're going to talk to Piper now.
You want into Diamond City, right?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Layla. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. I need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
So this is the entrance to Diamond City. which is very interesting.
This place, Diamond City. What is it?
Oh, the Green Jewel? She's a sight. Everyone who's anyone in the Commonwealth is from here, settled here, got kicked out of here. A big wall, some power, working plumbing, schools, and some security goons are what make Diamond City the big monster it is. Oh, love it or hate it. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Let's go.
So, Diamond City sounds like it's going to be a good place to visit.
Who let you back
Even though
inside?
it's got
Told
bad
Solomon
things
to
in
keep
it.
that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
What are you two arguing about, anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Just looking for something?
Oh, what is it you're looking for?
Who would I talk to about finding a missing person?
Well, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security for help.
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
Well, sure. And a mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time for any more questions. I'm a busy man. Enjoy your stay in our fair city.
This is ridiculous. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security always shrivels away when talk of missing persons
I've
comes
had
up?
enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. You feel honored yet? Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
So they want me to go to Piper's office at one point.
Head on inside.
So now we're in Diamond City itself. And it looks like a wasteland's paradise at this point. So I figured I'd talk to this guy over here.
Pastor,
Favorite platoon, quiet as shit, huh?
what do you mean by that?
Well, folks are already plenty scared of the Institute, but that doesn't stop the paper from talking about them every chance they get. Anyway, don't let it get to you. Life here is still a hell of a lot safer than out there in the Commonwealth.
What's the Institute?
Ever heard of the boogeyman? Shadowy monster that takes people in the night? Well, that's the Institute. But they're just a fact of life around here. Someone gets taken by the Institute or gets killed by a raider. Which is worse. At least inside these walls, you don't have to worry about the raider. So what brings you to the Great Green Jewel?
Looking for someone who's gone missing.
Gone missing. Who is it? Friend? Relative?
My son was kidnapped. His name is Sean.
Your boy's gone missing? That's terrible. I am afraid missing people don't get found in Diamond City. God seems to have turned a blind eye to them. And with all the fear of the Institute in people's hearts, they've turned a blind eye as well.
I'm lost, Pastor. I need help. Please.
Well, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there is someone who might be able to help. Nick Valentine. He's a detective. Saved a lot of lives over the years, but so many more stay missing. And the trouble has a habit of sticking to him.
Nick Valentine, huh? What's his story?
You know the story of the Good Samaritan? Helps a man, even though he has no reason to? Well, I suppose you could say that Nick Valentine is living that parable out.
Thanks. I'll go talk to him.
Take care of yourself now.
Piper, you're back.
So now we gotta go find Nick Valentine.
Anyone is one of those things.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater.
So I noticed things are marked in red in Diamond City. I'm taking it you can't steal the stuff or lockpick stuff.
Heard about that settlement? Coming in? Nice. Strict entrance requirements, though.
Without getting in trouble. So it says here detective. But that's a greenhouse. So I went down here and there's a sign that says Nick Valentine's Detective Agency here. So we're going to go pay him a visit.
His ties. Oh, Nick.
So we're going to talk to Ellie
Coming in
Perkins.
from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Wait, who are you? You the detective?
Me? No, I'm Nick's secretary. Handle his appointments, his papers, that sort of thing. Well, that's what I used to do anyway, but now Nick's disappeared and I can't keep a detective agency open without a detective.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
He disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
I don't know much about him, but he's from Good Neighbor, and that means he's in the well-pressed suits and machine gun school of thuggery.
You said Malone's from Good Neighbor?
Yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Northeast a ways. People with power there care about two things: style and body count.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
So it looks like we're going to go find Nick, which is probably in a different vault. I'm going to upgrade some of my stats here. I don't know if these stats will come useful for me, but we'll see what happens as the game progresses. So far, I am liking this game. It's an interesting take on the games I usually play. I like to play Fallout 1 and 2, but that's PC only. And console only has Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And And Fallout 76 is coming out, so can't wait for that. So we're going to start the Unlikely Valentine, and we're going to go look for Nick Valentine in the next episode. So I'm going to start heading towards the gates. And head to our next destination. Now apparently these are all the quests I can do, which you can see there's a lot. But I'm going to try and stay with the story quest, if it's feasible. I don't know if I need to do the side quests yet or not. So, I have no idea what that thing is. That thing's funny looking. It's a floating robot type thing. I'm going to go this way, because I'm trying to steer clear away from violence.
Looking for Diamond City? Just follow this.
Well, as much violence as possible.
Huh? We got trouble.
I ran into a dead end there. I thought maybe it went through.
Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know the way?
That guy was asking to where to go, and I have no time for that right now. so we're near the Boston Public Library, apparently. And all I hear is gunshots around me in certain areas of this game. Now there's red dots on my map indicating that there's enemies nearby. So I want to steer clear of any fights right now. So I'm trying to take any alleyways and stuff to get to my destination, while trying to avoid getting shot at. Now the number on my map is starting to count down, meaning I'm nearby. So we are getting closer and closer to find Valentine.
What is it?
And it took me a while to realize that in front of it, I just don't know where the entrance is. Apparently I walked around it. So we're going to pick up where I leave off, which is by the door, pretty much inside the door here. I'm just going to take everything from this guy for now. You know, I probably don't need it. I got a little confused on where the entrance is. Apparently that doesn't work, because if it did, I would have nuclear cola. So I'll see you guys on the next 4 out 4 episode.